we could see something going on. His daddy's gonna see something going on. We know what come with this. We ain't stupid, and we ain't finna play stupid.
Honey, remember when Chanrock's sister Renee started spilling that Junior might be dealing with a medical condition and the whole internet went wild over it? She was actually in the room during the birth and had permission to hear Rock's medical info, and according to what she claimed, Chan was dealing with chlamydia and turned down a C-section even when doctors suggested it. If someone gives birth while dealing with an untreated infection, it can put the newborn at risk for serious vision issues and other long-term health complications, and that's exactly why the situation had people talking so loud. Tor even put her own sister on blast, saying she felt like the baby was put in a risky situation on purpose, and since Tor was helping take care of Junior, she also said she didn't fully know how to handle all of his needs at first. Now here's where it gets even messier. Blueface's new girlfriend, Hazel E, is out here allegedly backing up those same claims, especially after Blueface posted a bunch of clips with Junior, and folks online started saying there was definitely something going on with the child's development. The comments were non-stop, but once Blue got released from prison, the first thing he did was spend real time with his kids, and that shocked everyone. He even shared a video in the studio with Junior and Chan pushed back against all the negativity online, telling people to chill because, in her words, Blueface was simply being present for his son. She even called the whole situation an answered prayer, saying that after 2 long years, they finally figured out how to move like real co-parents, and that felt huge to her. She said Blueface was still her baby daddy and her best friend, and according to Rock, the energy between them was finally calm and respectful, something she hadn't experienced in a long time.
It was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? I'm like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. You're lucky your 6 didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Don't worry. Where your mama instances at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. But you want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking about my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul.
Then she added that all she truly wanted was whatever kept life stable for her son, which meant making it easy for Blueface to step up and be a solid dad without extra drama getting in the way. Blue even posted clips of sweet moments with his youngest Chan Jr., including one where the little one stood up in his playpen while his dad watched with this proud look on his face. It had the whole internet talking. Fans also saw the emotional moment when he reunited with the children he shares with Jayden and Alexis, and cameras caught them all hugging like they hadn't seen each other in forever, which made people feel something for once. And with Junior, folks online were saying it looked like the first time they saw the baby getting real grown, steady parental love and attention, and the reaction was huge. People said it was the first time they saw the baby calm and relaxed, which really stood out because everyone remembers how wild things could get when it was just Chrisean handling everything. Seeing Junior peaceful and actually looking comfortable had folks feeling relieved for a moment. But even with people noting that Junior seemed more settled around Blue, those same clips Blueface posted had the internet talking non-stop, with some viewers claiming they noticed things that made them wonder if Junior might need extra support or evaluations from real professionals. Folks pointed out that Blueface left for prison when Junior was still a tiny infant. And now, 2 years later, some viewers online were saying he still seemed very quiet and often stared off into space. These were just online observations though, not anything confirmed by doctors. Now what I'm hearing is that Hazel E has allegedly been hinting that she also noticed things about Junior's development, which had people asking why she even had opinions on Rock's child in the first place. But the streets are whispering that Hazel is basically stepping into a new stepmom role, allegedly. And that's why she's even around the situation to begin with. Blueface was seen at Meme House Productions in Los Angeles, dancing close and cracking jokes with Hazel. And their chemistry had everyone watching real close. In one clip, Hazel posted herself. She called Blueface King, and he fired back saying he looked even better standing next to her, which instantly had the internet screaming.
We could see something going on. His daddy's gonna see something going on. We know what come with this. We ain't stupid, and we ain't finna play stupid.
Their flirty vibe set off rumors that something romantic might be happening. People are saying they've been reconnecting ever since he got out, but the connection between them actually goes back years, and this link-up just brought it right back to life. Sources close to them said they've been keeping in touch on and off since 2018, but the timing was always messy and something always got in the way. Now that Blueface is back home, they're finally exploring whatever spark they've had sitting on pause all these years. Reports are even floating around saying they're casually dating, especially since they've been posting extra flirty videos together outside the club, making the rumors hit even harder. I get why people think it looks messy if Hazel is speaking on Chan's child, but at the same time, if she really did comment, she wouldn't be the first person to speculate online about Junior. Folks have been talking nonstop, making assumptions about the baby, while Chan keeps shutting all of it down and saying people need to stop spreading misinformation. After Junior was born in September 2023, the internet started throwing out their own theories, and social media users, who aren't medical experts, began claiming he showed physical features they associated with different conditions, even though none of that was confirmed by doctors. It didn't help that Blueface previously accused Chan of smoking and drinking during the pregnancy, and Chan caught heat for being seen partying while pregnant on multiple occasions, which only made people on the internet jump to even more conclusions. People online began comparing Junior's facial features, like the folds near his eyes, the shape of his nose, the way his mouth rested, and how his ears looked, to different conditions they had Googled, even though those traits can appear naturally in many children without any medical issues at all. Some users also claimed his cry sounded similar to certain well-known medical syndromes, while others insisted high-pitched crying can happen in newborns for tons of reasons that have nothing to do with serious conditions. All of this was coming from random online spectators, not real medical professionals, but it didn't stop the conversations from spreading fast and loud. Rock clapped back at all the online chatter, saying her baby was healthy and that if anything had been wrong, the hospital would have informed her immediately. She also said that just because some folks thought his photos weren't cute, that didn't give anyone the right to put her child's picture all over the internet and start guessing about his health with no facts.
It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? I'm like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your love V6 didn't kick in. They said, what I do was C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Don't worry. Where your mother instance was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So, don't do that. When I encourage you, I keep asking you, leave me alone. You want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking about my grandbaby, like... And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul.
She was tired of people acting like social media was a doctor's office. But as the months went by, viewers online kept tossing around their own observations, claiming they felt like Junior's development seemed different, even though none of them were medical professionals. Some people insisted that if Chan had been taking him to routine checkups, she would have already been updated by real doctors, not strangers online. Others accused Chan of being overwhelmed and said she wasn't giving the baby the level of structure they believed he needed, even though none of them were actually in her home or knew what was happening day to day. Then that Walmart video dropped, showing Junior slumped over while Chan was walking her dog on a leash inside the store, and social media exploded again. A lot of followers pointed out the importance of supporting a baby's neck and said Chan looked distracted while trying to handle both the baby and the dog at the same time. People started throwing opinions everywhere, even though nobody knew the full context of the moment. Blueface then jumped in on X and wrote, "Trust me, I'm just as surprised as y'all." And that comment stirred the pot even more, because people didn't know if he was shading the video or just reacting to the online chaos. Even Blueface's mother, Chrisean, added her own opinion and publicly criticized Chrisean, claiming she didn't think the baby was being cared for the way he should be, which only added another layer to the already wild situation. Blueface later claimed that Junior was dealing with health issues and said he felt like Chan wasn't keeping up with certain medical appointments, including one for a hernia surgery the baby reportedly needed. He framed it as concern for his child, but these were his accusations, not verified medical details, and that's important to note. He had already said before that he'd consider taking legal steps if he felt the baby wasn't getting enough attention. He even posted a message directed at Chan saying, "If she don't take my son serious and make that her main focus and priority for at least 30 days, I will file for custody. You've been warned," which had the whole internet in shock. He added that he felt like people around the situation cared more about Junior's well-being than Chan did, calling her selfish and saying she focused on what she wanted instead of what he believed was best for their child again. His claims, not confirmed facts. Blue also wrote that his son was hurting every day and that Chan wasn't reacting with the urgency he expected, and that comment spread fast. In another message about the surgery situation, he said, "I only went to be more for the surgery, but when we got there, they said, 'You missed the appointment. It was 2 days ago. The doctors are busy now. We have to reschedule.' At that moment, I knew she wasn't really up for the challenge." His post had everyone arguing online about what was real and what was just frustration spilling out. There was also a moment when Chrisean filmed herself at a restaurant eating with Junior, and people online started claiming the baby didn't blink in the clip, which turned into another wave of speculation. Chan tried again to make it clear that her baby was fine and that folks needed to stop diagnosing him from short videos, but the comments kept coming. Even with her saying everything was okay, online viewers continued insisting they saw signs of delayed development, even though none of them were medical professionals and none of these claims came from doctors. The whole situation turned into another round of social media judging a child off a couple seconds of footage, and it only made the conversation louder. But here's where things took an even wilder turn. Because right when people thought the drama couldn't get any louder, new clips started circulating showing Junior spending more time with Blueface's side of the family, and fans swore the baby looked way more alert and focused during those moments. People online started comparing videos like it was some kind of competition, and the comments were filled with folks saying it looked like Junior finally had a stable routine around him, which made the entire situation blow up all over again. Then out of nowhere, Blueface posted another message hinting that he was ready to step up even more, saying he felt like Junior needed structure, calm energy, and a consistent environment, something he implied he could provide now that he was home for good. That set off a storm because people weren't sure if he was shading Chan again or just trying to defend himself to the public. And as if things weren't messy enough, a behind-the-scenes clip leaked from one of Blueface's studio sessions where Hazel E was seen holding Junior for a quick moment while Blue laid down vocals, and the internet nearly exploded. Viewers instantly divided, some saying Hazel had no business holding the baby, others saying she seemed gentle and calm with him. The video sparked thousands of comments in minutes. What really sent things over the edge was a follower claiming Hazel whispered to someone off camera that Junior just needed stability. And within hours, people were already accusing her of throwing shade at Chan again. Even though nothing was confirmed, the clip only added more fuel to the storyline, pushing their love triangle and co-parenting drama right back into the spotlight. By then, folks were arguing non-stop about who should have custody, who was being responsible, and who was dragging the situation out for attention, making the whole situation feel more chaotic than ever. And people online kept saying that if she really had Junior at every doctor's visit on schedule, there's no way she wouldn't already know exactly what the professionals told her. The situation only got louder when Blue's mother stepped in again, insisting there might be something going on with the baby's health, even though she isn't a medical expert either. She went on Instagram Live trying to explain her comments, saying she felt like there could be some kind of neurological issue, and she brought up past rumors about rock drinking during pregnancy, which only added more heat to everything. So if the grandmother is out here making those kinds of claims on live, it wouldn't shock anybody if Hazel E repeated the same things, especially now that she's been around Blue more. I get why that might seem sneaky to some people, but honestly, can you really be surprised with how messy things have already gotten? The whole situation is like non-stop drama with no break in sight. I'm sure Chrisean is going to respond again. And when she does, it's definitely going to be loud, because she never stays quiet when people start talking about her son or her parenting. But until she jumps back in, tell me what you think about Hazel E allegedly stepping into the conversation. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. I want to hear everything you think about this wild situation.